Are you struggling with passing props in Vue and getting undefined errors in your child component? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into a common issue that many developers face when working with Vue components. I totally get how frustrating it can be when you think you've set everything up correctly, only to find that your data isn't showing up where it should. This is a common hurdle for many Vue developers. Let's break down the specific situation. One user reached out saying they have a root element with logged-in user data, and they're trying to pass this data as props to a child component. However, when they access the user object properties in the child component, they encounter an undefined error. Sound familiar? Let's figure this out together. So, what could be going wrong here? It often comes down to how props are being passed and how the child component is set up to receive them. We'll walk through the code step by step to identify the issue. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a pro tip that can help you avoid similar issues in the future. To address the issue of the child component not receiving the props correctly, the user should first ensure that the data is being passed properly from the parent component. This involves checking the way the props are defined and used. Next, the user should verify that the parent component is indeed passing the authorized user object to the child component. This can be done by inspecting the template where the child component is used. Additionally, the user should ensure that the data in the authorized user object is being populated correctly before it is passed to the child component. This means checking the getAuthorizedUserProfile method to confirm it retrieves the user data as expected. Finally, the user should check for reactivity issues. If the authorized user object is updated after the child component is mounted, the user might need to use Vue's reactive features to ensure the child component updates accordingly. Fun fact, did you know that Vue.js was created by a former Google engineer? It's amazing how far it has come and how many developers rely on it today. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests binding the props directly in the child component's template. They recommend using vbind to pass the authorized user data correctly. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests checking for a missing key prop in a v for loop. This could be the reason why the authorized user properties are not updating in the child component. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always validate your props in the child component using Vue's built-in prop validation. This can help catch errors early and make debugging much easier. And there you have it. By following these steps, you should be able to resolve the undefined error and successfully pass props to your child component. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.